This is Tim Bryce with my column entitled, Are You Engaged in Work? Last month, the Gallup organization produced a report entitled State of the Global Workplace, Employee Engagement Insights for Business Leaders Worldwide. A rather lengthy name making a simple point. People are lazy. It goes on to admonish corporate management to change tactics in order to engage workers, thereby improving productivity and the GDP overall. The report studies the work habits of 142 countries and is produced every other year, the last one being in 2010. According to the report, only 13% of the world's workforce is engaged in their work, meaning they are happy, find their work meaningful, and are productive. 24% are actively disengaged, meaning they are employed but are negative about their work. Finally, 63% are not engaged in any form of organized work. This means approximately 1 out of 8 people are ultimately supporting the rest, a rather dismal figure, and equates into 180 million people in the country studied. The report paints a rather bleak picture and hints as to why the world economy is not growing as it should be. In a nutshell, workers are psychologically depressed, causing them to give up and are no longer actively looking for work. This means they are content to becoming wards of the state, which implies we are all becoming third world countries dependent on others for handouts. Interestingly, Canada and the United States are the most engaged at 29%, which is somewhat surprising when you consider how we have struggled economically over the last 5 years. Western Europe was only 14% engaged, which is surprising as you consider Germany, Austria, and Switzerland as powerhouses today. However, they are mixed in with Greece, Portugal, Spain, Ireland, and France, who are struggling, thereby bringing the number down. Surprisingly, the least engaged area was East Asia at a measly 6%. This includes China, South Korea, and Japan, who are typically viewed as workhorses. The number, though, hints at the economic decline in the area. I have always been a big believer of the dignity of work, whatever form it takes. Ideally, we all want a career where we can make a difference and do something meaningful and worthwhile. But we do not always have such a luxury. Most of us have to settle for a job, which may pay the bills, but we treat it as mundane as we consider it beneath us. This difference between a job and a career is considerable. One offers mobility and allows us to apply our skills anywhere. The other does not. We're proud to be one, but not necessarily the other. And finally, one means workers are engaged, and the other we are actively disengaged. As an aside, you do not get stuck in a career. Regardless of whether you have a job or a career, I admonish you to take on a professional attitude at work. It's always a pleasure to watch a secretary, custodian, clerk, waiter or waitress, customer service rep, mechanic, carpenter, bricklayer, barber, cook, salesman, or whatever do their job with precision and professionalism. It means they possess personal confidence and pride in workmanship. As I said, I believe in the dignity of work. It is what distinguishes ants from grasshoppers. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.